Hello, my friends. My name is Ellen. Welcome back to my Southern Kitchen and the 10th episode of Ellen's Fall Baking Series 2025. Today, I'm going to share with y'all another cornbread muffin recipe from scratch. This time, we're going to make maple cornbread muffins. And my friends, it is so simple and easy to make. The bomb.com delicious, and it is loaded with pure maple goodness. Everybody's going to love and enjoy this. Perfect for the fall season. Also, Thanksgiving is coming up soon. This would be great to serve for your Thanksgiving dinner. And I'll post a complete recipe along with the instructions down in the description box below. And for more maple recipes, check out my maple recipe and my previous video, apple dumplings. I'll post the link to both of those down in the description box below. So grab your muffin pan, your cornmeal, and your maple syrup sugar, because we're about to bake some maple cornbread muffins magic in my Southern kitchen. Here we go. Alright, my friends, the first step we're going to do is prep our dry ingredients. We need 1 cup of all-purpose flour, so we're going to use my 1 cup measurement and fluff it up. And using my butter knife, we're going to level it off. Voila, perfect cup, and we're going to pour it into my large bowl. Now we need 1 cup of yellow cornmeal. Another perfect cup. Into our flour and cornmeal, we're going to add in a 1/2 cup of white sugar and our leavenings, 1 tablespoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of table salt. And whisk all together until they're well incorporated. Okie dokie, dry ingredients are done. Now we're going to set them aside while we work on our wet ingredients. In my medium bowl, we're going to add in 2 extra large eggs at room temperature. Into our eggs, we're going to add in 1 cup of buttermilk at room temperature. You can use homemade or store-bought. I'll put the recipe to my homemade buttermilk down in the description box below. Next, we're going to add in a 1/4 of a cup, which is a 1/2 stick or 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter that I melted and cooled. And last but not least, the star of the show, the maple syrup. We're going to add in a 1/4 of a cup of pure maple syrup. Make sure you use pure maple syrup. And I also have a recipe for homemade maple syrup. I'll post the link to that recipe down in the description box below. Give it a whisk until they're well combined. Alright, my friends, our wet ingredients are done. Now we're going to pour them into our dry ingredients. Give everything a quick stir until they're well combined. Be careful not to overmix. And our cornbread batter is done. How simple and easy was that? I can smell the maple. Now we are ready to scoop them into our muffin pan. We're going to scoop them in my 12-cup muffin pan, but first I'm going to spray them with cooking spray so that way our muffins won't stick. We're going to use an ice cream scoop so we'll get even muffins. Going to take a dollop of the batter and just scoop it into the muffin pan like so. Alright, as soon as I get through scooping the rest of my muffin batter, I'll bring you back. Alright, my friends, I've got all the batter into my pan. And this recipe makes exactly 12 cornbread muffins. We are ready to put them in the oven. Oven's preheated to 400 degrees, going to let them bake for 15 minutes. And while the cornbread muffins are baking, let's make our maple brown sugar butter. In my bowl, I have a 1/4 of a cup. Again, that's a 1/2 stick or 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and it's nice and soft. Into our butter, we're going to add in a 1/2 tablespoon of packed light brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of powdered sugar, and 2 small pinches of table salt. And 2 teaspoons of pure maple syrup. Give it a stir until it's well combined. And our maple brown sugar butter is done. Now we're going to set this aside. Let's check on our cornbread muffins. My friends, look at here at these cornbread muffins. I just taken them out of the oven. And it smells heavenly up in this kitchen. They're nice and golden brown around the edges. So now I'm going to let them rest in the pan for about 5 minutes and then I'll plate them up. Alright my friends, there you have it. Maple cornbread muffins. Don't that look good and pretty? So now I'm about to fix me up a plate and give it a taste. Alright my friends, I have a muffin on my plate. So now I'm going to cut it in half. Add some maple brown sugar butter and spread it. And this is optional. I'm going to add on just a little maple syrup. After all, these are maple cornbread muffins. Alrighty, now it's time for the best part, the tasting. Here we go. Look at this texture. Excellent. Look at that. Please have a bite. Moist, tender. I could taste the maple syrup. And I love that maple brown sugar butter. I wish I had some collard greens. These would go great with them. Also, a bowl of chili, soup, or stew. Oh, yes. These maple cornbread muffins are spectacular, my friends. Please give this recipe a try. This deserves another bite. Yum-o. Maple cornbread muffins licious. My friends, many thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video recipe, please give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And for more Southern magic in my kitchen, hit that subscribe button and click on the bell so that way you'll be notified when my new videos come out. Also, follow me on social media, Facebook, Ellen's Homemade Delights, and Instagram at Ellen Delights. And please send me an email, ellenshomemadedelights@gmail.com. I would love to see your beautiful creations with my recipes. And I'll see you next time. Let's eat and much love.